I speak on, you know, I feel like within battle rap and these interviews, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's great. We can do promo and so on and so forth, but I feel like everybody has a story to tell as well. And sometimes I tap into the people, not just the talent, but you know what I'm saying, the people behind the talent. You know,
the person, the actual human that's sitting there and coming up with the names of her resume, but like opportunity. Who else can I think of? Right, I think those are the two that stand out the most right now, and probably because they have a lot, you know, around their names at the moment. But I've heard a few names that kind of came out after me that people felt has passed me an opportunity or tiered, however you want to put it.
See, it's funny. You know, what Yoshi does is what Yoshi does, and I don't think it's necessarily
it's her lane, right? It's her. Now you see why I said what I said. Like, it's really no comparison, because what worked for her wouldn't work for me, because she's being herself. That's her. That's what she chose to, you know, branch off to and brand herself as. That's not me. Me doing that, it wouldn't work for me. It would come off gimmicky and something else that's not Chetta, because you've never seen Chetta act like that. So it wouldn't be me.
I hear you. I hear you. So you've battled, you know, you have First Lady Flames, at Jade, you've had Official, you've had 40, you've had killers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got Mulatto Black. I've had some people on my resume for sure. I have a very solid resume. Okay. So it's not a question if I'm afraid of a certain level of competition, or if I'm running. Like, if I feel you're fired and I would like to stand in front of you and rap, then we're going to make it happen. If I personally don't feel that, but other people may want to see it, and I feel like I can benefit from it in other aspects, then let's make it happen. You know, so listen, I'm with the smoke. I'm with it.
Right. Is there, and I don't want this to be messy, because here's the thing, this answer can change at a later time, but just looking now, is there anybody where you feel like if the opportunity came, you know what I'm saying, like you're just like, nah, like I'm not that interested, they're not there yet pen wise, or it doesn't motivate, you know, is there anybody out there like that? Not to say that it, you know, won't happen.
That I see the potential in, but it wouldn't happen right now. She's so many girls. Give me some names. You can't just say that and then like not give me, like, come on now. You know what I mean? It's like 30,000 fucking battle rappers.
Right. Let's see. Shit. Now this is where my brain goes, where yours is going.
Exactly. I have one that came to mind. I feel like she is there, and even though we both got a city together, I would give that to her because I see it in her, Hope Trilly. I would give her whatever opportunity she wants from me, because I feel she's worthy. She's kind of very humble, but she's a monster, a silent monster. She's consistent. She promotes and she show love. I will absolutely give Hope an opportunity if she wanted it. And I would give her that now. I don't really feel like she has much more to work on. Eliza Versa, I would give it to her, but not at this moment. Maybe like later on in the year. I would just want to see her like excel against a certain level of competition. And then, you know, we can shake too. Who else? Nunchi Chinks. I hope I'm saying your name right, Nunchi. You're not late. I would give her an opportunity as well. I seen her in Tampa when I battled a girl out there named Ashley, and that was my first time seeing her. And she was just so electric in the building, and you could just tell that hunger. She was battling a guy, but at the gate, she was on his ass. And I would give her a shot. I would definitely, if she ever wanted it, I would give her a shot.
Gotcha.
So there's a few girls, and it may be a few that I'm just not thinking of right now. But I'm listen. If I feel you fire, if I see you working, is nothing would make me say no unless you just come with bullshit and drama energy that I just don't want to be a part of. But other than that, I'm open. The girl, they will tell you, like, it's never been a time I said no, and they'll walk up to me. Some of them that I don't quite know yet that would know me. When can we shake? Whenever you're ready. Whenever you ready. And that's you know what? There's a girl from Ohio named Tato. I seen her at Fawn's event this past weekend, and her opponent didn't show up. And when I came in the building, she was like, I told them they should have just paired me with you. And I was like, shit, tell them send it back. You know, like I'm with whatever y'all with. I'm not, ain't nothing funny going on over here. This can work for whoever it need to work for.
I hear you.
This can work for whoever. Like, I got different ones. You want the ballpoint? Look, I got the big. I got the ballpoint. I got the other John, the office shit. What we need? I got my phone. I got a pencil. Like, what we doing? What we doing? It's open. Like, I'm open.
Right. So you said earlier, you know what I'm saying, something along the lines of like the platform mattering. Mm-hmm. Why do you feel like the platform matters as opposed to the opponent?
Okay, I feel like both matter, but this is why I said that. I battle official, right? Fire battle. Fire back and forth. It was one round. Niggas like to overlook it because of the platform. It was an upcoming league, Smoke Room Battle League. It was a very, I think, first or second event. I thought it was fire. We had 70K off this. I think we was like the second battle to ever even drop on their channel. 70,000 on a one rounder. You know what I'm saying? And because it wasn't, I guess, on a platform that they feel is creditable or whatever, niggas like to shun it away. But that's why, but you know what? I knew I'm very smart. I knew that was a possibility. That's why it's only one round, because official can get this 3 this year, next year, whenever the fuck she ready. Come get your ball back, sis. You can come get it back. It's open. You can come get this motherfucker back. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only reason why I say that, because I never felt that way before. It's always been about the work to me. But a lot of people, they look for excuses, I feel, to discredit certain losses, depending on if they don't want to accept that this person took an L or whatever the case may be. So that's why I say the platform matter. Not in my personal opinion, I feel like the work matter, but it matters nowadays because people like to look for that little loophole. So if I whoop your ass on this platform that you feel matter, okay, I don't know if that's going to make you do any better than you did the first time or whatever the case may be. But if this ass whooping need to be seen by more for you to accept it, then come get it. That's the only reason why I say that.
Gotcha. So I know Queen of the Ring is back. Will we be possibly seeing you on Queen of the Ring?
If they hit me, listen, I'm not at odds with not one league. I ain't no beef. We have no problems. Just hit me with an opponent that's going to motivate me. Stop giving me people that you feel you trying to push. I'm past that point. Don't use me to push the bitch that you feel is fire. I'm not that bitch to use. It's several other people that looking for opportunity. I've been doing this shit for too long at this point.
Right.
Give me who I want. That's all I ask. Give me who the fuck I want, and I'll do it.
And who do you want?
I want E Hart. I want E Hart. I want KCJ. I want Vixen the Assassin. I want all those bitches that y'all feel are up fucking here. Them the bitches that I want. Why? Because y'all love to make it seem like I'm down here, like these bitches can really write with me, rap with me, like. And because you heard, we talk a lot of shit, and I know it's just gonna be a good battle, but I feel like she would close out my trio. Official, 40, Hart, then we can move on to the Gaddises and the other folks of the world. You know? That's how I feel about it.
Gotcha. Okay, so the trio, 40,
Official, and E Hart. Yeah.
Gotcha. And you know, I know Hart is one of those ones too that's like, yo, it can happen. People, you know, Hart says it's different when it comes to her. You know what I'm saying?
He says it's different when you stand in front of her. And you know who I really want though? I'm gonna retire off this one though, and I say it all the time because she was my inspiration. I told her to her face, this ain't even no shit you could throw in my face, Shayna. I won't smoke with Shayna. I want the biggest amount I want a smoke session with Shayna. I swear I do. But when I battled Jade, I had a conversation with her about the battle and about advice she was giving me, just about how she felt I did. And I'm real, you know, it ain't nothing to hide here. But I told her at the gate when I first got hit the Queen of the Ring, a lot of people, like, I enjoyed them, but you did it for me. Like, you was the one, like, yeah, I like the way this bitch talking type shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I see Shayna, I don't feel like I have to see nobody else. That completes it for me. But that should say a lot. That should say a lot. Like, it ain't gonna be no games played. I want to make you proud. It started with you. It's gonna end with you. I want to do everything you say that you feel I'm not ready or capable of. I bet you I'll do it and exceed it at that. I want a lot of smoke with Shayna. All the smoke with Shayna, Ashley, Shay, whatever, Biggie's sister, whatever you want to call it. I want smoke with that for sure. That's who I really want. But I want Hart and all them other people too. But Shayna, that's the one. She gonna seal a deal for me.
Right. It's funny when you were talking to before you even said Hart. some time back, I was like, I would like to see her versus Shayna. That would be wonderful.
It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. Like I said, it started with her. It's gonna end with her. Right. I mean that. If you watch my sparring session, I at the gate, I was saying Shayna's name at the gate. So yeah,
that would be a good one. I can't see nobody not liking that. I'd be curious.
It's gonna be fire. Like it's one of them ones for real. It's one of them ones. But that's why I said that. I listen. You hear me?
I need 3 rounds.
3 rounds. It got to be 3. It has to be 3.
Right.
It has to be 3. And that one, I no slack to any other league that would maybe be interested in it. It can only happen on a couple of different leagues though, because it needs to be what it needs to be.
Understandable. You know? Understandable. So if you win against Myverse, what does this do for you?
It just kind of shows my elevation, shows my growth, shows that I can pretty much adapt to any different type of style and format of rap that you want to put me in front of. You know what I'm saying? Also that I'm more than just aggression. I'm more than just a pen. Like I know it's gonna be some shit that she got up her sleeve, but she may not know that I'm capable of, but she'll learn. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of does it move me in tier or respect? No, I feel like it doesn't move either of us in those aspects. But if she comes in there, completes her round, does her thing, it will at least start her out that she's outside again. Because I think she hasn't battled since our RX, like 2 years ago, something like that. So, you know, I don't feel like it moves either of us up on the totem pole of respect or anything like that or tier. But it shows a lot of what the fuck is going on and what to expect for this year. It's a great way to start the year.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So business being lined up, everything being good to go, y'all are battling in March.
Mm-hmm.
How many more times a year would you say, you know, if the business is right, that you're AVAL or you would like to battle?
I don't really put limits on like how much I'm willing to be outside. I'm outside if the opportunity is right. You know what I mean? Like I'm with it. There you go. The bread, the respect, you know, the platform, matchups that are going to motivate me and not just you thinking a certain amount of money is going to make me take it, because I hate taking matchups that don't motivate me. It irritates my soul. It feel like homework. I don't like it. I don't like it, you know. So as long as it's somebody that's going to be fun, that I feel is fire, the bag is right, the platform is set, and it's no certain amount of time. I'm not going to say 2-3 times. I'm outside as long as these bitches want to fight. There we go. As long as they want to fight, I'm outside.
I hear you. You know, this is one of those things I hate to do, but I wanted to make it nice and brief. Another one happened. You know what I'm saying? You gave me a lot this interview. Before you go, just let the people know where they can follow you at.
You can follow me on Twitter, _Chetta. On Instagram, _Chetta. And y'all need to be on my Facebook. That's where I be ratchet at. But y'all follow me on the other two. I be in Facebook jail like all the time. Y'all don't need to be on there, but on my Instagram and my IG is pretty much the same. I mean, Instagram, IG, same damn thing. Twitter and IG, it's the same, _Chetta.
Gotcha. So ready, locked and loaded? Myverse
I'm
next
ready.
week.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready right now.
I
was ready last week for real. But you know what? When I be feeling like that, I like to just chill on the material for like a couple days, just so when I revisit it, it's still refreshing. I don't like to feel tired with my material, and because then I be feeling like I need to go tweak some shit and it still be fire as it was when I wrote it. But you get tired of it sometimes when you rap it so much. Right.
I hear you. Chetta, as always, it is a pleasure.
Are we done? Okay, you kicking me off? Whatever.
Nah, I want to, you know what it is, because I told, you know, Ash Cash that we would do it around like 7:30. So I'm like, I gotta make sure I got about a good 30 minutes.
No, you're a busy man. I understand. I'm just messing with you because I know you waited forever to get this to happen. So
here's the thing. You know, like you said, things happen. It's no big deal. You let me know, even if, you know what I'm saying, shit happens. Y'all Ohio, you know, sisters, you know, I have nothing but love for y'all. So y'all never really steered me. You know what I'm saying? So
I know I do. I don't know, but I love you. I don't know if they love you. I love you. My love is like a whole lot of love. So if they don't love you, I got enough to give. But yeah, definitely whenever you want to, like if you want to revisit and recap after the battle, we can definitely do that. Whatever you want, whatever you need.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. I'm gonna hold you to it now. You done said it. Everybody gonna hear you too.
Hold me to it. Slide in my inbox like you said. And I'm like, all right, you got that. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, Chetta. As always, I thank you so much. You take care.
Likewise. Thank you and everybody at Queens of Battle Rap. 15 Minutes of Fame. I love y'all.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Later.
What's going on? It's your boy Maya Lansky back with another one-off royalty edition. Give it to the Queen of the Ring, please. Yeah! I got the one and only 1Z with me.
Jasmine Raffo, we about to get into this next battle. To my left, we got
Tony Blanco, Brooklyn, New York.
To my right,
It's your girl Yoshi G. Fuck a intro, let's get it.
Let's go. It's flipped off camera. It's on Yoshi. Let's hold it down. Queen of the Ring. Let's get it.
Tony Blanco. This is long overdue. I got a grudge, and it's been too long. I'm holding it over you. I shouldn't get personal, bitch. Right? Because we ain't did no personal shit. I'm just quoting you, but you ain't battling your friends. You battling me. And yo, she don't do what she told to do. Fuck you mean. Fuck you mean. Sneaky bitch, stop trying to scheme. Stick with the theme. You dot bitch so you get a beam. I'll make a scene. Up in here, that's UPN. Nah, peep the lineup. I spark shit. I'm in the house, acting clueless. Like, should I pull it out? We grown-ups. All of us. So I ain't gonna make your world end, but you don't want that one-on-one. Cold word, Joe Maya Lynn. Tony gonna need her girlfriends. I'll slap a bitch. I'll slap a bitch. Double back and slap her tits like, God, where mine at? I'm envious. She throw shots.
Talk that shit.
Like God, I'm envious. She throw shots. I throw shots back. This midget sex. I slap her ass. She slapped mine back. Who jiggles best? Let's take a bet. Nah, let's keep it a buck. You don't even deserve this. Out of all the girls in your class, you probably the worst bitch. If your flow sicker, I'm a RN thought. I could nurse it. Then I'ma fuck shit up. You know I stay in drama like I'm rehearsing. I say everything you wouldn't. No, I do whatever I want and everything you couldn't. Little freak bitch. Scary, but I'll pull it. Pistol in her pussy, them kegels won't stop a bullet. I made I say I may have lost the sea breeze, but I never feared a lyricist. Flow like jet fuel. I just had to give a lyricist on how to take off. But then again, I ain't trying to save no bitch, and Sweetie couldn't fuck with my type if she was Quavo's bitch. Get to know me. Every bitch up in the game gonna fall. Ask about me. Yo, she G, bitch, the name says it all. Rap.
And you said I'm on. This is connected, right? This is connected. Gotcha. We're live? Gotcha. Yeah, right. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning into the one and only Queens of Battle Rap show. Your host, Nomad. So I was supposed to have a guest today. Can y'all hear me? Let me make sure that Can y'all hear me? Hopefully y'all can hear me. But I was supposed to have a guest today, but they ended up canceling, but the show must go on. So what I'm going to do is a recap per se of the Queens Get the Money event, and we'll of course, what I'm saying, make it an interactive one, take some calls and things like that. So I guess I'll go over a few things regarding the event. Go ahead. Right. Yeah, so I'll let y'all know when it's time to, tune in to make said calls or whatever. But yeah. Once again, apologies. Last minute cancellation didn't happen. Did that come? I can never hear when the shit is pushed. Or if I push one of these. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Okay, so it did it, but it was low. I have them low. A random one. All right. Okay, so I can hear it now. Oh, so that's what that's weird. All right. So that's me recording. One more. Top right. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. All right, so nonetheless, what I'm saying, we're gonna do a recap and kind of get the ball rolling with things. After I do the recap, then we can look into taking calls. I want to get your opinions with things. So in regards to the event, so first things first, I kind of want to go back to the face-offs per se. So just my opinion. So I don't know if anybody has watched, what I'm saying, you could look at like VH1 or, even like I think the first season of like She's Gotta Have It on Netflix. And they do this with a lot of things now, but when you have an artist and their song is playing, they'll kind of post up, the artist's name, what I'm saying, the song title. I kind of wish that they had did that with E Heart. If you're familiar with the culture and you know E Heart's voice, you knew that was E Heart. Watch your mouth when you talking to a boss bitch. Great song, great track. You know what I'm saying? Just unfortunately didn't get said credit that it deserved. So I kind of wish that had been there, because I kind of feel like that could have introduced more people to that artist. And those streams can go up, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. So hopefully in the near future, and to my knowledge, that didn't happen. But hopefully in the near future, that does happen if they do a face-off. Let's see. Going back to the event, there are a few things I want to touch on. I'm not going to be too long, but the length of the event. So, literally like 7 hours per se for 4 battles. And even if you take out 2 hours, we're just going to say 7 hours. So I know I had told people to tune in. So they tuned in at 3 o'clock. And then they hit me up like, yo, what I'm saying, we got to come back at 5 because they're doing the face-offs. So I'm like, all right, cool. So, come 5, the event doesn't start. It starts at like 5:30. It's kind of like, yo, that's 2.5 hours right there, kind of already more so wasted. And like I said, nonetheless, the battles were not that long, but it was 7 hours for 4 battles. And this is not to shade or anything like that, but it's almost like, if anybody's familiar, if you've looked at like a tour, a Janet Jackson concert, if you've looked at, a Janet Jackson concert, Janet Jackson, if she does like a change, or I'm sure like a Beyonce or anybody else, it's literally like they probably have 4 or 5 people backstage on them, stripping them, and then they're getting dressed. So I don't know if Rim was more so the only person getting herself dressed or what, but it's kind of like those intermissions were like 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yo, like, this now becomes an all-day event thing. I kind of feel like from nowadays, when you're watching these battle rap events, do not plan something else in addition. Like, don't try to be like, I'm gonna hit, the club, it's free before 11, I'm gonna hit the club after. You're never going to make it, you know what I'm saying, into the fucking club. Just make it where you're gonna get to the club at like 12 or 1. You just dedicate your whole day to that said event. So that right there, I kind of wish didn't happen. I remember even like Toni Braxton on like the BET Awards, when she did her little Man Enough for Me performance. And this just is how the memory works. But she had her little, bejeweled outfit underneath the trench coat, but she just stripped it. Jennifer Lopez at the Super Bowl, definitely an outfit change, but it literally was like 2 minutes and she was back in another outfit.
I just kind of feel like I wish that had more so occurred, and, you know, the event kind of would have went like this. Apparently, they're saying that this was a party with a couple of battles in it as opposed to a battle rap event. But I just kind of wish going forward that would more so, you know, just kind of happen, you know. Yeah. Let's see what else. The crowd. So I know that people, you know, have things to say regarding the crowd at the event. From an outsider looking in, to me, the crowd just looked like, you know, and shout out to them, it just looked like a bunch of OTFMZ subscribers, and there's nothing wrong with that. About maybe 6 cameos that we've seen of industry people or celebrities, and, you know, speckles of media, you know, or whatever like that. So it did give me a battle rap crowd. I do kind of wish that the crowd had more outside people, and I'm not just saying, you know, me because of, you know, whatever, but really other people I kind of wish were more so there. And I'll kind of touch on why I think in some ways a person's performance was possibly affected by there not being some outsiders, or maybe I'll just touch on it now. We'll see. YT Trapper Chilla was her first battle, and it was free. Give it some time, she would get it together. So here's the thing. I understand what you're saying. You know, the caffeine events are free. Even if, you know, you're paying, it's still, you know, as said consumer, you know, a person won't know how to make something better to said public unless they kind of hear about their feedback. Not saying that they'll pay attention to feedback, but, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. With every rose, there's a thorn. So although I'm going to give props, I'm also going to give, you know, areas that I kind of feel like where, you know, it doesn't hurt to make improvement. People could do this same thing for me. You know, you just take it. You take what you want from it. You ignore it, so on and so forth. But stop me if you feel like I'm doing or saying something wrong. Please, YT Trapper, and I mean that honestly. So I know that there was also talks about the girl that had done the media, you know, where they felt like, you know, why include somebody who isn't familiar with the culture, you know, that sort of thing. And I get that. It's also funny too, because somebody hit me up when they saw, I guess, the other woman. I don't know if it's like Bonnie or Connie Diamond, the Bronx rapper. But somebody was like, is that Spice? You know, and I'm like, no, that's not Spice. You know, like a little brief explanation, but I just thought that was hilarious. But, you know, what I say to that is, to me, that's great. This, you know, battle rap is cool, but you also want to let others more so, and you want it to kind of grow. Hence the whole caffeine thing. People can say what they want in regards to the culture and things like that, but, you know, this is why you get to see the caffeine battle rap ads on social media, on, you know, subway platforms and, you know, billboards, so on and so forth. So I think it's great to allow others in, you know, who may not be as familiar. Once again, you want people to kind of go back and take it all in and do their research. And I think that the women, you know, shout out to eHeart and Misfit, that they were actually stating for people to go back and to do their research, because it all kind of began with Queen of the Ring. You know, shout out to them for that too. But I think it's one of those things. I don't see anything wrong with letting others in, because I feel like you have to do that in order for it to grow, where you want, if they have a fan base or whatever, you know, it allows them to have their fan base tap in and, you know, all that good stuff. Yeah, and it also doesn't allow for a bias sort of thing. Now, everything I'm saying, you know, if I'm saying heads, there's a tail. There's another side to the coin as well. These are just little perspectives that I kind of picked up in on. Yeah, they thought she was Spice. Watching the battle. So watching Official versus KCJ, I'm not gonna front, I didn't even know that KCJ had a boot on. I've done this show with the boot, so I know what it's like to, you know, wear a boot, and she had a good boot. I had one of those boots. But I say that to say, I remember watching the event, and somebody's head was like right in front of, like, it was like I'm looking at Casey, but I can't see too much because I see this tall person, somebody with dreads, kind of like directly in front of the camera. And I'm like, please don't tell me that this is going to be the final angle that we're going to use for this battle, because I can't see much. I don't know if the goal of the camera person was to not show her boot, because I saw that Official had on, you know, jeans. I feel like I saw more of Official's lower body than Casey's. Not that I wouldn't need to see her lower body, but I just felt like the camera angle was just a little off. I do kind of think that not that these are the most pristine, you know, cameras per se, where you're not seeing all of my, you know, blemishes or what have you, but I do kind of feel like the quality of the camera work gave a little bit of like maybe video music box. You know, if anybody's familiar with that, but it just, and it's no shade the video music box, but it's just, you know, that was more like a VHS kind of effect as opposed to now. I remember saying to myself, like, maybe I have to refresh, you know, my laptop or whatever, to, you know, see if this is a better or a clearer quality. Even people I know with great TVs were like, yo, like the quality just isn't the most crisp. The quality of filming said face-offs was immaculate. And I don't know if those were the same cameras that were used for the battle rap event, but it definitely would have been excellent and great if that had been, you know, used. Although all the ladies, you know what I'm saying, look great. They all look good, but they could have looked great. How about that? Not taking any stabs at them. There is something else, you know, I'm not a person that's above learning, you know, a lesson or so. Within doing this show, when I watched the event, there was something that had occurred and I was like, ugh, you know, but it was definitely a lesson learned. I'll get to it.
How you think it is? Me not like nobody try and embarrass me now. You understand?
So I'll say that there's a little bit of embarrassment in some ways. So I do the Queens of Battle Rap show per se, and when I've had Debo up here, Debo in the past has said when he has these girls on stage, you know, and they're battling with the male rappers, you know, he has to kind of correct them like, she's not a bitch, she's not a bitch. And, you know, I get that. Sometimes when I'm, you know, kind of, I don't want to say backstage here, but when I'm here talking with Ra, you know, I might just use the word bitch. And I don't just mean it based on said, you know, biologically, you know, born female or cisgender females. You know, I kind of use it, you know, across the board, you know, my Too Short shit, you know, what's my favorite word, you know, bitch, you know. But I say that to say, when I was watching, and this is not, you know, hopefully people don't try to make it and want some war to happen, but when Yoshi G and Prestavia were kind of battling, and, you know, Surf was kind of like, you know, yeah, like make that bitch take her coat off. You know what I'm saying? It was just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. It's part of said culture and sport. But I guess what I took from that was for me to just be a little bit more aware. And I'm not saying that he has to, but for me, you know what I'm saying? It made me like, okay, well, if that's how that can look, so maybe I need to kind of clean up my grammar, you know, at times or whatever. Because for somebody that's not familiar with said culture, when they're looking at that and you're hearing, you know, yeah, make that bitch take her coat off and, you know, whatever else other slander it may be, and you're looking at a male and you're looking at 4 people on the side, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you telling one woman, you know, who's like a pit to get on that Yorkie per se, you know, it can just look, you know what I'm saying, a certain way. You know, as some people say, the word that they use is, it did appear or look a little cringeworthy, you know, per se. So for me, you know, I'll give credit, and I see what Debo means by, you know, having to correct said men. Not saying that he has to do that with him, but I see what he means by having to kind of do that. Why teacher? Yeah, what's cringeworthy? Yeah, that sort of thing. What else? So it definitely was a lesson learned. Yeah, so hopefully, I don't know, we improve and we do better, because like I said, for somebody who's not familiar with said culture, looking at that, it can just look a certain way and almost gives, you know, maybe DV vibes or whatever it may be.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Will you disrespect another woman? Not on my watch.
In addition to that, let's see. I'm almost finished with these points that I'm making. Let's see. I'm gonna be very brief. So when I'm looking at Misfit and E Hart doing their commentary, great. This is no shade. This is not a stab. This is not any of that. But, you know, I happen to be a person of a darker hue, you know, as well. This is good lighting. I feel that makes me look a little lighter, but I'm a dark-skinned person. And I kind of felt like the way that they were positioned, E Hart should have been in the middle, and Misfit probably could have been on the right side, only because where Misfit was, all the light was there. So Misfit is already a lighter complected person. And in addition to that, she had on a brighter color as well. E Heart being darker shouldn't have been in the dark, you know. And like I said, this is not even like being funny or anything. You know, this is just one of those things where I wish somebody there would have pointed that out. You know, you want to give a person their light. Like, I can't do this show where raw and light skin television or some shit, and my black ass is in the fucking corner. No, like, motherfucker, I need to be in this. I need the light. Y'all already got the natural light. Let this melanin shine in said camera. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where I just kind of wish that, you know, I guess going forward that, you know, whoever's having them sit wherever, that they kind of realize that and put a person where they need to be. It's not making funny. You know, I love E Heart. Anybody that knows me knows I love E Heart. Watch your mouth when you talking to a boss bitch. I love Heart. But I was just like, yo, she should really be in the center because I want to see that chocolate skin shine. And it's not taking anything away from Misfit, but like I said, put the light on that Coco, you know. Yeah, you know, just my 3 cents. My 3 cents. Nobody's gonna pay attention, but you know that's the beauty of having said microphone. Yeah. Let's see. Now, one thing that I said earlier too, where I felt like I wish that it was a more, like, more people were allowed in said venue. When QB was rapping, it makes me say, when 40 released that footage, or that video, you know, did that video, because that building was all mostly battle rap, except for, like I said, some celebs, about a handful of celebs or something like that. Did that video, did that video really just kind of skew some of the shit that not skew, but did it cause people to maybe possibly look at QB in a certain way where she was more, the crowd or the people weren't open or receptive to her material? I know some people who said that they were watching the event and they're not even into like battle rap like that, and they had the TV going in the background, and people in their houses were like, yo, when QB was rapping, like, who the fuck is that? Like, she's real disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes me wonder if you had other people in the building who weren't that familiar with what had taken place with that video, if maybe people would have been more receptive to her material. And here's the thing, it could be a reach, it could be a no, it wasn't good, but it's just something that I guess I kind of wonder, per se. Just looking at my little notes. I also want to, when I speak on 40 and QB, I really want to give both of those ladies you know, kudos in some kind of way. And what I mean by giving them kudos is that they were both for them to, now we've seen 40 kind of do this in the past, where she's had like a you know, they had the fight happen in the back, you know what I'm saying? And she came out and gave a good performance. You would have known, you know, anybody else, I kind of feel like if you just had a scuffle or a fight or whatever with a person, me personally, I don't know if I can necessarily get on stage and perform for you motherfuckers. I want blood, you know, figuratively speaking. But nonetheless, it was great to see when they were both on stage. Even QB gave her a compliment, like, nah, she does look good. You know what I'm saying? And 40 took it. It was just great that it didn't go to that level. And I say that to say, you know, to me, that was good, because I kind of feel like with women, they feel like the women cannot have these events without not popping off. They run on their emotions. It's that time of the month. So it was good to kind of show that, nah, they can be professional as well. There's money on the line. You know, maybe in the past there was no money. So, you know, if you ain't paying me shit, I ain't got to take this shit. A motherfucker disrespect me, I'm going to pop off. But because they know that there is money and there's like potential and opportunity, you know, further things to get more, as they say, of the bag, you know, they held on to that and they were able to collect their checks, per se. I think that was great. I was happy to see that moment. I kind of feel like it was a proud moment, you know what I'm saying, to kind of I guess celebrate. So kudos to both ladies, you know, for that good moment. We're happy. Good moment for the ladies in that regard. Very professional. And respect to both of them. I think they both did a good job. That sort of thing. Let's see. and we're almost done, I promise you. And then I'm gonna get y'all's shit out the way. And feel free to, critique and correct me on this shit as well. And I'm gonna get to these comments. These are a lot of good comments coming in. Keep those coming in because we're definitely going to not so much address them, but we're gonna speak on them. Let's see. So, if the QB and 40 battle had not happened, what I found to be very strange was that, like, the percentage, it would have seemed like Casey would have been the lower or the lowest scored person, in that, within that battle per se. So that to me was just a little weird. I don't know if Casey just can't get a break or what. And I'm just talking about when they did the voting percentages. At first because Yoshi was first, it seemed like her numbers were low. But then it kind of, when they went to Casey, I felt like her average was lower than Yoshi's per se. So I just thought that was a little weird. I kind of feel like Casey just can't get a break in some ways. Same thing with Couture. They got Couture taking the W. And people are like, nah, she shouldn't have won it, so on and so forth. I'm just going to give props where they do, congrats to you both. But I kind of feel like both of you ladies, for some odd reason, in some ways, just kind of can't get a break. But I just want to celebrate. I think it's good that you both, Casey, you put on with having a boot. Like I said, I know what it's like to have a boot and still, come through. It takes a lot. And, shout out to you, Couture. You were doubted. There was somebody who said that Hustle was going to 3-0 you. I think Mr. C or something like that. That was supposed to come back today. But nonetheless, good news for both of those ladies, for what they did. Let's see. Another. And like I said, I'm almost done. Hustle taking, okay, so Hustle's third round. The thing about Hustle, for me, I kind of feel like I'm not gonna say that we always know what Hustle is gonna do, but in some ways, Hustle, just based on past experiences, is a little predictable, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But I kind of feel like with Hustle, I know she's going to, especially in that third, there's a great chance that she's gonna get somebody from your past. If I were an artist, I would probably not want to battle Hustle because there are people who I feel like she would probably be able to dig up. And it's like, yeah, no, battle's over. Like, they're not even going to be able to walk on this stage and me, be professional or whatever. It's just going to be like, no, fuck that. But nonetheless, what I'm saying? Hustle, wait, give me 1 minute, Price. And once I'm done, I'm going to have y'all come in. I promise. I'm going to be brief. And I hate that I'm doing that because I feel like I just want to get my shit out the way and then I want to get y'all's, because people always say that I never really talk or whatever, which I think I do. But nonetheless, with the Hustle thing, wasn't surprised that happened. I was surprised that, Miss Pac did come. I wasn't surprised that Miss Pac came out. To me, I had a feeling that she was going to get somebody from her past. And it's almost like, who from her past that we know of would she have gotten? So I kind of felt like, just in terms of Couture's past battles, people would say that Pac got the worst beating, per se. But I felt like it was good to see Miss Pac. I love seeing people that are still around. She still looks good. I like the little cameo. I thought Hustle's interaction with the guy, the detective or whoever he was, I thought that was... I guess the private dig. I thought that was great, as as well. I thought the two of them had a great back and forth and, like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to, keep interrupting you. Whatever she said, I just thought that was good. It's also, too, like, not that I gave a fuck because chlamydia is super fucking common, but it's almost like, damn, that's a HIPAA violation. Like, how did you get said information? If that is the truth. I don't give a fuck. I always tell people, to me, that angle didn't hit hard enough, only because chlamydia, gonorrhea, those things are super fucking common. A lot of people in the crowd are reacting or looking at it a certain way, and I'm like, you're probably at home dealing with it, have dealt with it, nothing to be ashamed of. And I'm not saying it like I'm the president of said, chlamydia committee. But, I guess just within work that I've done in the past and, like, said, medicinal field, I just know that it's super duper fucking common, and, it is what it is. So it just didn't hit me as much as it would have hit others. But nonetheless, great job for that. And yeah, I'm just going to shut the fuck up at that point. And the caller that I did have, you can go ahead and, give me your take, your recap. Hopefully yours isn't as long as mine. But yeah, Miss Mo, they talked about the boot more than official being the best in her group now. Her win was just overlooked because of that boot. Yeah, and official did a great job. And official looked good, with the red hair and everything, and the green, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I think all the ladies really did look good, that sort of thing. Not gonna take anything away from either one of them. Hold up, let me see. Thanks for calling into the Queens of Battle Rap show. Caller, what's your name? It's the host Nomad. What's your name and where you calling from? If they can hear you.
James calling from Chicago.
Gotcha, James from Chi-Town. So James, go ahead. Give me your take on the recap from the Queens Get the Money event.
All right, can I first start about the crowd? That
Please.
I don't think I'm really seeing a lot of people acknowledging something that I noticed about the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I've been kind of hearing and kind of seeing people say, where the crowd was trash, etc. But if you look in the crowd was battle rap people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A lot of battle rappers, a lot of battle rap fans, but I'm hearing like a lot of people say they didn't care for the crowd because from what they were saying, or at least from the looks of it on the outside looking in, it looks like the crowd was more so battle rappers, battle rap fans, and then up at the top, it was a lot of celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
And I see like a lot of comments and stuff about like the crowd and stuff being trash. It's like, well, y'all should be mad at y'all community then because them was the people that was, responding or not responding to their peers.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So I wonder if that kind of like ties into like the whole you fuck with who you fuck with in battle rap, or I'm from this clique, so I'm not gonna respond to this one. You know what I mean? I wonder if that kind of like ties into that. But as it pertains to the actual battles, who was first? Yoshi. I'm gonna run through it real quick so that way everybody else can get on.
Right.
Yoshi and Prestavia. I feel like a lot of Yoshi's material was either slept on, or people just really wasn't fucking with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not necessarily sure why, because I feel like Yoshi had like a lot of good material, like all 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like her third, I didn't necessarily care for her. I don't want to say I didn't care for the material. I didn't necessarily care for the approach that she took with the third. But I feel like her first 2 rounds were really, really solid.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really feel like a lot of people like really gave her like a lot of good feedback on her like on her material. And I also feel like too, this is like the second or the third time, at least in my opinion, that I've seen Yoshi kind of respond to a crowd when they're either not one giving it up for her. You know what I mean? Right. So I feel like sometimes she kind of gets defeated.
Right.
She get in her head about it and starts fucking with her performance.
Right.
Which I hate, but it's like she's human as well, so I get it.
Right.
Especially when it was so dominant, when you have Prestavia, all the gun titles behind her, and the crowd really fucking with her. She is a fan favorite right now. People really fucking with Prestavia.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, if I had to between the two, material wise, I preferred Yoshi's. I feel like Prestavia's delivery and her whole package was better in that setting.
Okay.
Then we had Casey and Official, which I actually, honestly, I felt like people were gonna sleep on that battle. I felt like that was gonna be battle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that didn't happen, but I was just happy that O was the O that we are accustomed to seeing, that we grew to love. So I was happy to see that.
Right.
And I'll be honest, I feel like Yoshi did. I mean, not Yoshi. I feel like Casey did well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Casey kind of held back a little bit.
Mm. Okay.
I could be wrong, but I feel like she kind of, I don't know. It just seemed to be a different Casey than what I'm accustomed to seeing. Not that the bars weren't there, not that she didn't have the material. It just seemed like she kind of took her foot off the gas a little bit.
Possible. Being cool with a person I want to go to, but I hear you. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. QB and 40. I had 40 all 3 rounds. Although I feel like QB's first round was her. I like QB's first round. Mm-hmm. I feel like had she had 3 of those rounds, I feel like we would be having a different conversation.
Okay.
And then I also feel like too, I've been seeing some of the feedback saying they felt like QB's material was dated.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of think of it's like, is her material dated, or is it that the battle rap culture is shifting and it's changing. Because QB has been the same QB since day one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like her content was the same, but I'm wondering, it's almost like in battle rap now, unfortunately, if you gone for more than like, what, 2-3 months now, you damn near forgettable nowadays. It's almost like you have to, because battle rap, because it's not like years ago when we would get like 3-4 big events from each battle league every year.
Right.
When everything was going on YouTube.
Right.
Now we getting battles damn near every weekend, every other weekend. So it's like if you're not constantly in rotation, if you're not constantly in a fan space, and we have a lot of new people that are just not subscribing to battle rap because of caffeine, because of the live streams, because of shit being free. So it's not like how it was years ago. You know what I mean? So it's like now with that, you had this woman, we know her because we know that we follow the culture. But for a lot of people that's new to it, especially in that setting, it's like, okay, well, who the fuck is her? What is she talking about? But she's been true to her character though. So I don't know if I necessarily would agree with the feedback of her content being dated. I just think it's that the culture continues to shift and kind of go in different ways now. And I just think her and what she brings, I think was just kind of like, I guess it's kind of in a way difficult for some people that are newer to battle rap to take in. But 40 was bomb. Her material was great. She looked good. Actually, all the women were beautiful. So I appreciated that too. I appreciated Remy, looking out for them, like check they mic, get them waters, like helping them fix their dresses and shit while they was on stage. I thought that was dope. I appreciated that. With Hustle and Couture, I actually had I know Couture won the fan poll. I actually had Hustle winning. I know I've seen a lot of people saying they felt like, Hustle material was dated and Couture's angle was dated, but it's like, I mean, in battle rap, let's be honest, like a lot of shit that we hear be dated if that's the case.
Right.
It's just a matter of, what perspective you put on the actual angle. You know what I mean? Like, I hate to bring up, the Mike P and the Geechee thing, but it's like, that's an example of, you taking an angle that's old and putting your own spin on it and it being a totally different, you know what I mean? It's totally different.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not really big into like personals and shit like that. Right. I don't feel like it's required for you to win a battle or for you to win a round.
Right.
That's just me personally. But I get that that's kind of like what the sport has turned into. It's almost kind of like if you don't have personals or if you don't have something to spin, it's kind of like people kind of discredit your pen or what it is that you're doing because you don't have no personals if they don't have no backstory.
I hear you.
Gotcha. So, but all in all, I thought it was a dope card. I know people, I'll be honest, I was one of the people that was kind of complaining about, like, damn, this is a long ass event. But, but the reality of it is that, like, that's her first event. You know what I mean? So,
I hear you.
She got to learn and work her way through it. You know what I mean? But in terms of, like, the production aspect of it, the way that they looked, from head to toe, like, the camaraderie of it all, I thought it was dope. We've seen a lot of celebrities come through. I feel like that was really good for women in rap, period. Outside of battle rap,
right.
I feel like that was a good way to introduce female rappers to each other, period. So I thought overall, I thought it was dope.
Gotcha. And I can definitely agree with that too. I just want people to know, like I said, I gave my thorns, but nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? The roses are definitely there. It was a good look. It was a good look for the ladies. Like I said, the ladies did well. You know what I'm saying? There definitely was a level of professionalism. It was a good camaraderie. I can't take that from it. Like I said, I'm going to speak on the thorns, but yeah, overall, it definitely was a good look for the women. And like you said, it was the first event. So maybe the second event, we go from 7 hours to, 6 hours, 5, 4, but nonetheless.
Yeah, 6, maybe a 5.5 and a half, something like that. And then too, a lot of people, like, let's be honest, we're talking about women. It take women a while to get ready.
Yay and nay. So
I'm just saying from the women. Listen, like you know what it is. Like it can take, like, if somebody was late or whatever the case may be, they got to go and they look good. They was decked out. So hair, makeup, all that shit take a long ass time, like, longer than we probably wanted.
Right.
But I get it.
I hear that and I get you, but it also reminds me of and 2A16. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna have you right after this, but it reminds me of per se when you have a fashion show. You know, when they say 8 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. So they have 1 million people backstage handling, you know, all this and all that, so on and so forth. So I kind of feel like, and even with theater, like I said, a lot of times with theater, if the play doesn't start, if curtains don't open until like maybe 6 or 8, all actors have to be there by like 1 o'clock. Like you have to be there.
Yeah. That's true.
So, but I definitely I hear you completely. You know, and not for nothing because I got somebody calling in, but you know, thank you.
For sure. Get all the calls you can.
Yeah, right. No, but I just want to say I do thank you for calling in. You know, and giving your feedback. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, no doubt. Have a good one.
Gotcha. Thanks. All the way from Chi-Town. So the one I just called back, the PA person. Yeah, I'm looking at a lot of these comments in the chat, and it's a lot of great commentary. You know, where I'm reading certain things and I'm getting all kinds of information. So you know, keep that going. Gotcha. Give me 1 second. All right. Calling into the Queens of Battle Rap show. It's your host Nomad. Let's see. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? Wait, I feel like they ain't gonna be able to hear you.
Oh.
Oh no, you good. You're
Can you
good.
hear me?
Something on my end. You're good. Give me your name again.
YT Trapper.
Oh, you're YT Trapper. Are you from B-More? Okay, B-More. All right.
Yeah.
A lot of club music coming from B-More.
Yeah.
Love it. Go ahead. You know, give your recap, give your opinion. You know, you can come at me, whatever you want to do. B-More.
No, I ain't coming at you. You do an excellent job. All right. First of all, what he said about QB not being dated, she is the same person she was 5 years ago, but battle rapping changed. What will make it dated? Because she's not moving with the culture. The culture's still moving forward, and she's still doing the same thing that she was doing 5, 6 years ago when she was hot.
Gotcha.
So so she is dated.
Okay.
Now to recap, I got Prestavia, Clear. I had Official winning 2-1. I don't think people gave Official. I mean, I don't think people gave Casey J enough credit for her not being able to move around. Because a lot of what she do was moving around and, you know what I'm saying, doing stuff with her hands. And she didn't have a chance to do that because she had the boot on. But I thought she was fire. It was just that Official was more fire.
Right. Okay.
And the Hustle battle, I think that was like 2-1 Couture way.
Okay.
And I thought Hustle was going to win clearly just because she's friends with you know what I'm saying? She's friends with Remy Ma and all that. So I thought they already had it the way she was going to do way better. So I was disappointed in that battle.
Meaning you felt like the pressure was on, or meaning that it was rigged?
It was too much. Yeah. The pressure was. It was too much pressure for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what was the other battle? It was one more battle. Prestavia.
I think you did that one because I think you said you gave it to Prestavia. I think you didn't speak on QB.
Yeah, Prestavia.
Oh, you said
QB and 40. Yeah, QB and 40. I gotta get it to 40. That was clear. That's like the clearest one. The 40 QB. Yeah. But like I said, it was cringeworthy though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff she was saying, it was like how you said earlier. If you were just tuning in and you wasn't a battle rap fan and you don't know what QB do, it was like ill. Like it is a turnoff.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna hold you up. I just want to let you know you're doing an excellent job. I watch you all the time, and I'm gonna send it to the next person so somebody else can get it.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
So let's keep doing what you're doing.
Trapper. Yo, be more. Love be more. Thank you so much.
All right.
Gotcha. So I've never partied in Be More, but I always say I'm gonna party in Be More. I'm a fan of like club music and house music and they shit. You know, fucking Rod Lee and just other artists. And I've said Rod Lee before, but just I love Be More. And looking at some of the comments, somebody actually did post something too I want to get into. Willie Vanilla said also, if you bring if that's how you're spelling it, vanilla, or saying it, Willie Vanilli, excuse me. See what happens, dyslexia. Also, if you bring drinks and weed into it, you can't scheme forever. We got to get it quick and right away. LOL. It's all dependent on the type of venue. I can hear that. I do recall somebody saying with Yoshi, it was great material, but they felt like, you had to dumb it down, you know what I'm saying, because of, whatever. That's another thing about these battle rap events too. I wonder, when is it best to go? Because, if you're, if it's 7 battles and you're like maybe 5 or 6, depending on where you are, motherfuckers is really, they here with it, So it's like, are they really catching everything that you're saying based on, the herbal essences in the air and, what's in that cup, those sort of things. But yeah, like I said, a lot of good content in these chats. It's different. I like Couture better in that battle. Hustle at times was doing too much. I've seen way better hustles than. I've seen way better hustles that battle. Okay, I've seen way better hustles. That battle is debatable. Gotcha. To me, that's not necessarily a bad thing when a battle is debatable, but I hear you. I think that's good. And this is where, once again, I feel like with Couture, she goes into, do you give it to her, do you not? Going way back to Jada Ray, you know what I'm saying? She won, she didn't win. People gave her J Smooth, but you go into the official, some people may say they gave it to some people may say they gave it to Couture. Couture and who else? Couture and 40. It can go either way as well. So here it is with Hustle, it's kind of like this. What this makes me think of is, and I'm so scared of it is, and it has to come. I know we're going to get Couture versus E Hart. We have to get that out the way. I don't want it because I am a fan of both women, but it is something that has to happen at some point. So I know we'll be getting that soon. And my apologies for not doing a quick little promo or plug per se. Don't forget March 26th, Panic Room, Queen of the Ring. That's a Saturday, John's Boxing Gym in the Bronx. I don't know the address, but you'll have to Google John's Boxing Gym. It's 40 bars and coffee brown. And to my knowledge, I think there was something else that happened with the second event where maybe there was a back out, unfortunately. Things like that happen. And I hear that there's a little bit of, I don't know, just women being, whatever. But yeah, just a little bit of, whatever they got going on. Also taking place in the Rap Committee Presents Retribution. C Still versus Fire. PAYNE, I'm assuming that's Pain versus TID Glow, Holmesy versus Polo Row, Enes versus Cash Money, Veg Villa versus Tone, Sneezy Bo versus Rel Snow, The Saga versus Dylan 5X, Bonnie Godiva versus LL Cool G. We also have A War versus Fonz, Prestavia versus C3, Chetta versus Myverse. This is actually taking place, I believe, on either March 5th or 6th, but it's taking place in Cleveland, Ohio. That's a great battle for said ladies. We want it to be, once again, with the Queen of the Ring event, with all events going forward, yeah, man, we just want to have a good time. So shout out to, the ladies for kind of, doing their thing. So I say that to say we want to keep these events fun. We want people to come in from out of town. You know what I'm saying? We're all about 2022 good vibes at these events. No fighting. Leave the guns and just leave it all. No fighting. Just good shit. Yeah, man. I made it. If you're actually watching too, go ahead and hit the thumbs up in this as well. Like I said, my apologies to y'all. I did have a guest today, and I'm a little bummed because me and this guest, we spoke about it for some time now. And they, it's not their first time kind of canceling last minute, which is why I didn't do promo. And I'm not shading the guests because I'll have a conversation with them. But this is why I didn't do promo for this specific show, was because I was like, based on what's happened in the past, I'm not too sure. I don't want to put shit out, and I don't want people to think it's clickbait or anything like that. But yeah, so my apologies, for that. But when you do this, things like this happen, and like they say, it's just, it comes with the territory, I guess. Yeah, it's just, it's one of those things where the show just kind of has to keep going on. Let's get back to some of these. Vipo Doshi, when Prestavia works her way up to official, that'll be a fire battle. Correct. Naughty Boy wants self-destruction. Yeah, man. A classic right there. Classic right there. Naughty Boy 1 says, QB said people wanted the old QB and wanted to hear the disrespect. Well. But she should have had more bars because she can rap. Gotcha. James Mayfield Jr., thank you, man. I there's a lot more. I was trying to make sure. That's why I keep looking at this paper, because I'm trying to figure out when I can use, some of these, that sort of thing. So, that's what's going on with that. Once again, if you're able to attend the Queen of the Ring event, please do so. I kind of wish, and y'all let me know, how y'all feel about this as well. I wish that Queen of the Ring would put out everybody that's going to battle at an earlier rate and pace, because there may be some people who are like, I'm not sure if I want to make it. I'm not sure if I want to take time off. I'm not sure if I want to do such and such. Put it all out there so that we can get all the promo for this as possible, so that we can hurry up and, just promo wise. But things are happening, I guess, last minute backouts, but we hurry up and put this out so we can know who's battling. We want this card. We want to know who's on it. It's happening. Once again, fans wanted Queen of the Ring to bring the ring back for the longest time. They're actually bringing it back. So let's put out there who is battling who. Even if you have last minute glitches, as in my cameo or my appearance, or my guest appearance that was supposed to take place today, it just must go on. So just come on, like, hurry up and put the cards out. Just hurry up. Right. Yeah, that's my thing too. You want it to be James Mayfield Jr. That's true. Unless I see a whole card, I'm not booking a flight. Yeah, I want it to be so that people can definitely, book the babysitter, go get an outfit, have their money together, book flights at a certain time, because they say if you book them like overnight on Tuesdays or Wednesdays or some shit like that, it's cheaper as opposed to booking it on Saturday. So it's almost like we want to support you, and I'm not saying that we won't, but yeah, put it out there. Let's get them all at once. In some ways, I kind of wish that it didn't go with the headline and then we're going down, because it's like, I kind of feel like either go up, all the way, either go up with it, start from that bottom and go up, or just put all the shits out at once. So like I said, people can kind of do, their thing per se. I burn my fucking arm on iron. Boss Gene, they got to get it together. Let's hope that this event, they will. Let's hope that this event also is not a 7-hour event with 4 battles. But, I think that they're going to get it together. And I think Miss Mo says something too, something along the lines of like, with the 7-hour thing. I'm still on that 7-hour thing. Y'all don't understand. Like, I was like, I want to run to the store. I don't want to miss shit. The store's going to close soon. Maybe on my end, I just need to prep better. So everybody else do that as well. If you got your little weed, man, or your liquor, your juice, your snacks, the kids, or whatever, I feel like we really just have to plan for these events per se. Miss Mo, in terms of QB, she gave away too much in the face-off. We heard it already, kind of. That's what I don't like about face-offs as well. And I know I'm jumping all over the place. I kind of don't like that necessarily with face-offs, because I do feel like with face-offs, you do kind of, sometimes people just, they do give off everything, and I feel like leave some, so yeah, face-offs can be a good thing, but I feel like, if there's just that's somebody texting me, my fault. Yeah, that wasn't nobody like, ringing or anything like that. But y'all can still feel free to call in. Naughty Boy 1, I was faded early and fell asleep. Yeah, I had to stay awake. James Mayfield Jr., I think Queen of the Ring going to come with this event, especially after the Chrome 23 event. I believe this card is going to be lit. Yeah, and here's the thing. Even if this one isn't as lit, I'm pretty sure that going forward, their next event is definitely going to be better. What I'm hoping for, me being said fan with Queen of the Ring, especially bring that ring back, I want to see, Shuni on a card. And I wonder if Shuni replied back to that little DNA tooth clip that went out there. I don't know if she has, but with the phone thing or whatever. But nonetheless, I want to see Shuni on, a card or in the ring. Don lady, I want to see Don on a card. I kind of feel like, oh, they're bringing the ring back. Not that I'm taking anything away from said old girls, because I would love to see Eon. I would love to see, China make her ring debut. Let me get, a charisma, so on and so forth. But there are certain girls where I'm like, okay, you're bringing the ring back. Let's get this rolling. Let's get this going. That sort of thing. Oh, you said she did. Okay, gotcha. Great. But I want to see her on this up and coming, card per se. I'm trying to see if, yeah, like I said, just looking at this. What did she say in regards to that? We'll find out in a minute. Okay, so I pretty much kind of know who this is, but caller, thanks for calling into the Queens of Battle Rap show. It's your host Nomad, and what's your name and where you calling from? Wait, it's my shit fucking up. Hold on, here we go. Gotcha. All right. Go ahead. Give whatever feedback you want.
I definitely thought the Queens Get the Money event was very good, very well done. I thought Prestavia won. I thought KCJ and Fisher, they was just going through emotions. It felt like, they had light material, and I understand. They kept it respectable. I think they did the best that they could under the circumstances, being with their friends and stuff. And QB and 40 was good. Like, people was like saying they was cringing and stuff off QB and stuff. I'm like, yo, like, that's like, to me, that's battle rap. I mean, like, it's not for everybody, but like, I kind of, I kind of was liking it, like, and I'm to me, that was like a debatable battle, but I'd still give it to 40. She kept her composure and, her performance and her style, and, I thought Couture beat Miss Hustle.
Okay.
So it was a good battle, great battle and stuff. I thought Couture got on that one. And the one thing I didn't like though is like Hot 97 shouldn't have had people up there who didn't know anything about battle rap. Like, it's like they had some females, female talking. She didn't know anything. I'm like, that's not cool, because you need to have people up there able to be knowledgeable and explain to this broader audience. So you can't have a weak link up there not knowing what the heck even is up with battle rap. Just because you employ her or whatever. So that's just the one thing that like, they should have fell back from that. Stuff, but everything else was good.
Gotcha. Let me ask you: do you kind of feel like, and I hear you, and I'm not knocking it. Just do you kind of feel like if they had somebody up there that it would have just been like any regular old kind of event, or it would have I guess, you know, a person can have their biases in some ways. And I don't know. I guess I'm looking at it from both sides. I hear what you're saying completely because it does help, especially if you like fuck up somebody's name. You know, if you say, you know, I don't know. I can't think of like a pun, but yeah.
Well, what boxing event has a novice up there? Like I think E. Hart and Misfit was totally professional,
Mhm.
and even if they have their biases, they're still professional. You could have found, to me, to have a person up there. She sounds stupid. She makes herself look stupid, and it doesn't look good. I don't think like anybody should be doing commentary who doesn't know what the event is about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one time she was like, "Yeah, this is the main event," not even knowing, talking about QB and 40, not even knowing that Couture and Miss Hustle was coming up. It's like it just was like they could like I wouldn't have, like, as a professional event that was. That's a no go to me. Like, you don't do people up there doing commentary who don't know the culture. Like, saying like they definitely could have found another voice, or not, or just had Miss Hustle and E. Hart. That didn't get enough. You know what I'm saying? But that was like,
Gotcha. I hear you.
That was like corny because they just look stupid and people was going in on the comments and it took away. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a major thing. It just was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they did have a lot of time. You know, they did have long breaks. And whenever that person talked, it didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, want people up there able to carry those breaks and make those breaks interesting and know what they're talking about. Like I'm saying, like, because that's what, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you filler. So it's like, to have a person up there, even three, just talking, not, you know what I'm saying, nonsense. Like, it just took away a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, from it, it's like, you know what I'm saying? So,
and I get that completely.
I mean, you don't see URL ever have no daggone, like, those daggone people up there who don't know what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I hear you. And I guess maybe that's one of those things where, you know, like, people are saying this is her first event, so maybe it was a fuck up. I heard somebody else saying that it was a friend of hers, you know, so on and so forth. I get you completely. Those moments could have been used as teachable moments as well. Like, well, let me give you the backstory about this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And if you know what? I ain't gonna dead it. If she wants to go that route, that's not gonna stop me from watching the card. To me, it just takes away, because it's like no sport I've ever seen has commentary done by people who don't know what the heck they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it's just, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't watch basketball, so I'm not gonna get up there with Shaq and Barkley, you know what I'm saying, and talk my shit when I have no idea what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because you look stupid and then you don't help the event, and you're almost just like dead air when another person could be just talking and filling up the time, and educating too, and educating, because obviously there was a lot of novices and people who didn't even watch about battle rap. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you needed educational people up there being able to steer that little time, the little intermissions along, and educate people, you know what I'm saying, on what's going on.
Gotcha. So JT,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm sorry. JTB more ATL says
because it even looks bad because it's like she's up there and it's like, she don't even watch battle rap. Is this even a thing? Does people even watch it? Like, you know what I'm saying? It just took away. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like people be like, is this as hot as it's supposed to be? Like, this girl, you know, I don't even know.
So,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just, but go on.
No. I'm gonna give the benefit. So JTB Moore ATL says that the two ladies are Hot 97 employees. So I'm gonna say this. So on one hand, if that is the case, then what could have taken place is that they could have did a little bit more research, you know what I'm saying, to find out, you know, like, who the person was, like, by typing in Yoshi G versus such and such. So that's one thing. Now, on the flip side, let's just say that this happened. Let's just say that they don't watch, but Hot 97 says, this is our event, we're sponsoring it, so we're gonna have some of our people who know your faces and who may not know Misfit, we need you to be there as well. And they were like, but I don't watch. You're gonna just go in there and get it popping. So maybe that happened as well. Just maybe. I'm gonna give the ladies a little bit of slack in some ways. Maybe it was just like, y'all got to do it. Get your ass out there. I'm gonna say that.
I can understand the Hot 97 want to look at your own, but it could have been more controlled.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been more, don't get up there and sound uneducated. Like there's a way to finesse it.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I think you should have done some more research. I wouldn't have got up there looking stupid like that, because I could have went ahead and did a crash course for 5 hours before the event, and got up to speed, and just learned who was on the card and finessed my way through it. And it's like they didn't even do that. They just got up there. They didn't even look at anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's all I'm saying. Like,
I hear you.
Like Hot 97 could have did that, but said, you need to prepare for this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like let E Hart, you know what I'm saying? You be the personalities, but let them lead it more, and let them, you know what I'm saying? Like, and stuff like that. It's just like Swayze had said it, you know what I'm saying, the other day, and I was just thinking the same thing. He said it on Restore Order, and I was just thinking the same thing. I was just like, you know what I'm saying, like, and my thing is, you know what I'm saying, like, it's not that really important. You know what I'm saying? Like, these girls are not Angie Martinez. Like, they're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could have fell back. To me, Hot 97 could have fell back and just let them do their event. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has Hot 97 all over it. That's enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to have your people in there who look stupid. You make them look stupid and you draw away from the event. Like, the intermissions are already intermissions. They're already, so make the best of them. They're already not entertaining. You know what I'm saying? They're filler time. So, you know what I'm saying? So you at least make the best of the opportunity. You know, I don't think they made the best of the opportunity by having, you know, their employees who know nothing about rattle rap and didn't even try. It seemed like, it was like, just went up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they look stupid. I wouldn't have even went up there and made myself look stupid, because again, I could have crashed course that day, and had enough to look. You know what I'm saying? To look semi-intelligent and know when to speak and know when not to speak. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because they said things that were like, obviously, like a person that doesn't watch battle rap would say. You know, I'm like, why? Like, this is cringy. Like, why would you say that? Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how wouldn't they say anything? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just not to me to look stupid. Like, for my own pride. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You know, so hopefully, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, it was a good event. And stuff. I like the way they did it. I like the way they did it, and they didn't have. It was orderly on stage and stuff. It wasn't crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I liked it and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you for all that. A lot of good insight and points. You know, and as always, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for calling as well from Long Island.
Oh, no problem, no man.
Gotcha. Have a good one.
All
right.
You too, man. Peace.
So yeah, you know, and I get that completely. What you should have done was have somebody like me, up there, you know what I'm saying, to kind of make that shit happen. See what I'm saying? Have somebody like me. Gotcha. So I'm gonna make sure that this is up. So thank you for calling in. Queens of Battle Rap Show. It's your host, Nomad. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from? I don't know why, like, my shit is like fucking up. Hold up. I know what I'm gonna do. All right. Give me your name again.
Sarge from Queens.
There we go. Gotcha. All right. So Sarge from Queens, go ahead and give your recap of said event, or whatever you want to talk about.
Didn't I tell you that you're gonna see Miss Hustle spitting all in Couture face and walking around her, just all up in her face? It went exactly like that. But I'm gonna try to go in a certain order of the battles. So what was the first battle? The first battle was
Prestavia and
Yoshi G. I did not like, I guess, first of all, the battle should begin at 5 o'clock, as she said that it was going to start at. It started a whole bunch of hours later. That pissed me off, because it was two people from Hot 97 just sitting there talking about battle rap, and they had no clue about battle rap at all. They were just there, and it was pissing me off. So, Prestavia and Yoshi G, I didn't like how the Island Gang was not with her and supporting her like Prestavia and her crew was supporting her. I felt like Verb dropped the ball with that. You should have been there for her, like, because y'all both was on different teams, so why not be there for her? Surf Daniel had all of good titles behind Prestavia, you know, cheering her on. Say it again. Say it again. It was just, it looked horrible. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Yoshi just didn't grab the crowd. Prestavia did. There's one thing that people don't realize, that when you rap, like, you know, when you rap in new environments that's not up on battle rap, or that has time to get, like, a battle rap fan base knows how to connect the dots with a scheme or a bar, like, quickly. When you in a crowd like that that's new to battle rap, it should be easy punches. Had she been easy punching and punching easily, I feel like that would have been a debatable battle. But Prestavia was doing the right thing. She was just punching simple bars so that they got it off rip. You know what I'm saying? The mind would have gotten the bars more had Yoshi did that in like a URL environment or Queen Ring environment. You know what I'm saying? That's used to hearing those bars like that. But you're in an environment that's new to battle rap. It's good to like just keep hitting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even E Hart was saying that the battle rappers knew what she was saying. This shit was fire. But the rappers down there didn't really give what she was saying because they're not battle rap fans. You know what I'm saying? They don't get battle rap. So, you know, it's an on and off for me with that battle, who won, because I feel like with Prestavia, she won the crowd, but Yoshi was saying better bars than her technically.
Gotcha.
The next battle was who? Couture, not Couture, Official and KCJ. Official won that hands down. I give KCJ her props for battling with a boot on, and she did great herself. It just the Official had a point to prove because she's been slacking a lot lately, so she proved her point in that battle that she's back. The next battle was QB and 40 bars. Oh my God. I don't know why QB even came talking about dead people and all that. I don't know why she came doing that. In that environment, no one knows QB like that. So when you come like that, that's gonna shock the crowd like instantly, and then shock the crowd. When she was saying that stuff about people, that was actually shocking the crowd. This is why they didn't respond to her like she wanted them to, because it was, who wants to hear that? Like, just not in that environment. Do that, clean the ring URL where it fits. That would have been okay, but you doing it in a crowd where people don't even know you like that. In battle rap, like, this crowd isn't a battle rap crowd like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was just a bad choice to do that. So 40 bars did what she was supposed to do. She beat QB. I feel like had it been in a different environment, it probably would have been debatable, but it wasn't because of that reason of QB being very, you know, being herself. But in that environment, it isn't okay because they don't know you like that. Right. So it'll come up, of course, as if like, damn, what she just said about her dead who? And then she mentioned the kids. It was a lot. No one, like, that was a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, and cleaning the ring, cool, but in that environment, that's shocking. Like, what? You think that, like, it was a lot. In any event, moving on. So with Couture and Miss Hustle, I told you I'm going to feel bad for Couture because you want to see Hustle spitting in her face, rapping in her face, yelling out she had a child, running around her. Like, it was, But another thing that I didn't like, how in that battle, there was nobody behind Couture. I don't like that. Like, Shuni or someone should have stood behind her for support. But everybody was behind freaking Miss Hustle. I felt bad about that. Like, I felt bad.
Why?
Plus, I will say this because there was no support. There wasn't any support for Couture. It looked as if Miss Hustle is the hottest thing, and Couture is just there, and she's getting a shot. You know what I'm saying? And there was no one behind to support her or period. But, you know, what the fans know in battle rap, that Couture was one of the main ones that put Queen in the Ring on the map. When she did what she did to Miss Pac, that put Queen in the Ring on world. They were all over the place. They were, like, when that video first came out, they were getting millions of views on YouTube. I don't know why Debo and them took it down and then put it back up, but she put them on the map and made them get a lot of exposure with that one set she had with sparring with Miss Pac. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like some of the girls should have been behind her to support her because she put in work for Queen in the Ring and that rap in general. I don't like how there was nobody behind her. That didn't survive with me at all, period. And believe it or not, again, I feel like I'm a bit wrong about. Couture did hold her own. She was in Miss Hustle face. She was showing mad confidence. She held her own with Miss Hustle. To me, that battle is debatable because they both did good. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When Hustle did that STD thing, it wasn't done the proper way. Had that man been scheming or doing a punchline about the STDs, that would have hit a whole lot more. You know what I'm saying? Versus him just saying, you were at the hospital, you have chlamydia. That, like, had you been rhyming it to her, it'd have been a whole lot better. But you were just saying it as if you were a real doctor. Like, nah, that wasn't fun. It wasn't entertaining. The best part about it to me was when Miss Hustle had the nerve to bring out Miss Pac. That was fire. Like, I was literally in my car, like, oh my God, Miss Pac, like a bird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw Miss Pac. It was weird to me, but I liked it. It was entertaining. It shocked the crap out of me to see her on that stage. I feel like when they saw Miss Pac on the stage with Couture, I think that the fans didn't know who Couture was until Miss Pac came out and showed her face. Had Hustle did that sooner, I feel like the crowd would have been on her side a whole lot more because then they go, hold up, that's that girl that pulled it, that girl from back in the day. It would have, you know, hit a whole lot more with Couture. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with that battle, it was debatable because Couture, I was surprised she held her own. And I'm proud of her for that. She didn't let her just dog walk her across the stage. You know what I'm saying?
And I hear you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and I hear you, but I think that that's one of the great things about said artists where it's just like, you know, I get what you're saying where it could look a certain way because I do think with Yoshi, she did have light skin television behind her, but apart from that, there weren't many. And Yoshi also has like a smaller stature, you know, where you have somebody else who's bigger than her, like I said, a Yorkie in a pit, and you know the crew behind her. It does, you know, it does look a certain way. With Couture and Hustle, yeah, there was nobody behind Couture, and I get that. But what I like about that is, you know, and to me, Couture was more so rap. I'm coming to do what the fuck I do. They may not get it all in the building because there was certain shit that they were not reacting to. You know what I'm saying? They may not get it all in the building. However, you know what I'm saying? They'll get it at home or the footage will remain, so on and so forth. And it's also like, I'm a fighter. This is what I do. I don't need a crew. I don't need a team. I'm a one-man or one-man army or navy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be. So I kind of like that, you know, that support or that gang that it's not, you know what I'm saying? There. Yeah, it's cool, right. But I kind of feel like I always say one thing about Couture, and it's nothing, I'm not taking anything away from Hustle because I think Hustle did a good job too. But even with Couture, I always say, one of the best poker faces where she's just kind of standing there. It's like you don't phase her ass. You may hear an occasional something out of her mouth. Like when Miss Pat came out, she said, you know, I saw you earlier. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. I know you was here. You get like an occasional comment, but for the most part, it is just poker face. I like the fact that she didn't allow the lack of said support to affect her. And somebody like and I'm not taking a stab, but somebody like a Yoshi G, that's... Take that, you know, take from that artist what they have, no crew, no nothing, but they're still performing regardless of whether people are reacting or not. Do that, you know what I'm saying? And I think that that's a great thing. And it just goes to show how tough of an opponent you are. It's not to say that Hustle is weak because people are more so behind, but it just goes to me to show, you know, I look at it like, you know, I ain't getting a part of that check. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, not that I have to get a check to be on stage, but you're the artist. You do your thing. You don't need nobody else. So go ahead. I don't know. I like that, but I hear what you're saying. But to me, that just shows the fighter in said person, where I don't need said crew, said clique. I spit my own shit. You know, I don't need that. The fans will be my support at home. But I hear what you're saying, though.
Yeah, that part is okay. I get that, but you know, it's the way it looks. Like the way it looks as if everyone is behind, you know, and behind this hustle, and Couture just ain't shit. It just looks like that. You know what I'm saying? Someone said in the comments like, "Oh, that's the optic that looks weird." It does. It does from the out looking in. I'm just saying, if
I hear you.
She would have had people behind her, the crowd would have been more, I would say, you know, more taken in with her bars. You know what I'm saying? Because there was no one behind her. It was just her. I get the mindset of, yeah, I'm by myself and I got it. I'm gonna hold my own. I get that aspect of it, but it's like meeting somebody for the first time. It's that first impression. You know what I'm saying? And in today's day and age, no one has that, you know, I want to see what's going on. No, they have very short spans of attention. Right. So just seeing that is off-putting. You know what I'm saying? Because her held her own. I feel like it had been amplified had people been behind her like it was with Miss Hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Now I'm gonna say something flip side. So, and I hear what you're saying, but I think one of the great things about that is, you know, we saw with the past URL event where you had somebody from like Hollow's camp hollering when DNA was rapping. So I think sometimes the entourages can kind of make things worse, you know what I'm saying, as well. You know, all it takes is, you know, one person on one side to say something and the next, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, shut the fuck up, let them go. So I get that part of it, but I feel like that's a plus. And I also think, to me, when I look at it, it's one of those things where I'm gonna give you a small story or a small scenario. Years ago, I was at like this like hood bar or whatever, and nonetheless, there was one girl who was there. She had a whole bunch of dudes with her, you know what I'm saying, whatever gang they were with, you know what I'm saying, yada yada. There was another girl there who was kind of like not with many or whatever. They got into it. I'm not sure, you know, what happened. But the one girl who was by herself was like, yo, I'm alone. Like, bitch, like, if you want to take it there, we can take it there. I don't give a fuck about who you have behind you. Like, me and you, let's get it in. And what I respected about that was, you didn't need, like, you were just alone, you know what I'm saying? And it was just a woman, and just a women were probably going to fight, and I don't ever want women to fight. But what I respect about that is you're one person, and you're willing to take on, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't, fuck that, you know what I'm saying? So I guess that's how I look at it, just where if it was me looking at it for the first time, yo, this whole chick got a whole crew. It's a whole bunch of cheerleaders. And you have this person on this side who has nobody, and they're still doing their thing. I am now a fan of this person because they don't need that extra. And I'm not saying that Hustle needed it, but it just, I could see it that way. But I hear what you're saying, though. I do. But I would say, if you're able to kind of look at it from the other side as well. You probably won't, but you know, it's just another way of looking at it. But I hear you.
No, I see it. I see it from your point of view. I get that. And a setting like that, I get the aspect of it. Like, listen, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm still gonna beat your ass. I get that because you're confident who you are as an individual. That part I get. I'm just saying the way it looks on stage to people that don't really watch battle rap. Right. They're like, well, why everybody going on her side? Is she the shit? You know, let me just hop over there. You know what I'm saying? So it gives Couture like, damn, now I have to overly prove myself that I am the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Hustle already came with her shit, and again, Couture held her own. But I'm saying just the way it looks, it looks weird. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And that setting just looks weird.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha. I hear you. And you know, definitely great. That's my second time alarm. Sorry. Great feedback. You know, to end this out. But as always, Sarge, thank you so much for, you know, calling in and tuning in, and you have a good one. Thank you. Good input.
You too, anytime.
Thank you. Yeah, man. So before we get out of here, I just want to, as I said before, thank everybody for kind of you know, tuning in. Like I said, my guest didn't show, but the show must go on. You know, yeah, a lot of good shit to come out of this. A lot of great dialogue, a lot of great comments in the fucking chat as well. Yeah, all good shit or dope shit. After this is over, y'all go back and y'all watch this more so again. And if you have feedback for me, you know, Queens of Battle Rap on Instagram, go ahead and hit that page up. You know, you can send a DM or whatever like that. We can converse. I did say one thing I may try to do is maybe like a Zoom live with a bunch of different said people, and let's just have, you know, a dialogue, like, you know, off this per se, but like off this, but you know what I'm saying, just like a different time span or something like that. I would love to kind of hear from you all regarding opinions and chats and shit like that. But yeah, man, once again, as always, great shit. Let me thank you, Miss Mo, and a lot of good content. I'm not just kissing ass. Yeah, James Mayfield, I actually need to like increase the volume with some of them. You know, they were yeah, I need to memorize them so I don't have to read the paper as much, but I thank you for that. But before we go, let me just give a shout out to, and once again, QBR Show Twitter, Queens of Battle Rap on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook as much, primarily because I think Facebook only allows you to have like maybe 5,000 people, unless you're like, I don't know, maybe like a Tashina Arnold or a Martin Lawrence or some shit, but I can only have like 5,000, and maybe I have to go through and delete some of my people from, you know, Botswana who I don't know or I just accepted, and no shade to Botswana or anything like that. Shout out to them. But just, you know, people who, you know, I don't know for whatever reason, but you're taking up space. But that's rude because they may be viewers as well. But Queens of Battle Rap on Instagram, I'm going to continue to post more clips up. I think some of these audio calls I'm going to actually put up as well. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll make that happen. I got to put some clips up from Ash Cash as well. Yeah, man, definitely dope content. James Mayfield Jr., Miss Mo, Lean the Blesser, JTB more ATL, Naughty Boy 1. Let's see. Boss Gene. You know, and like I said, really good. Willie Vanilli comments. I couldn't read them all out loud, but I was just kind of skimming them, and you know, y'all were on it tonight. Kamikaze, if I'm saying that correctly. Let's see. Belfast Drake. Vipo Doshi, if I'm saying that correctly. It's different. YT Trapper. Let's see. Shout out to anybody if I put something on Twitter, you retweet it or whatever. Anything social. Like I said, just yeah. Jamal Kirkland. Let's see. Breaks. JJ Philly. I haven't seen you in a while. Tyson Garcia, Ladaze Music for the Culture, Miss K, Frankie BS, Wicked 548, Maxer Badu Scott. Kind of like that. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Check this out again. You know what I'm saying? Rewatch it again. You'll see the Chetta interview in the beginning. Chetta has a battle coming up. Just wanted to do a little bit of pro mat for that. Goddamn Jones, you know, thank you. Yeah, man, and y'all all just you know, have a good one. Y'all help me to make this a really good one. And we out. Hit it.